Hello, this is Kate, and this is week 12 in the non-competitive league that I play in. After a single game last week, we're back to 3 games on the docket this week. Up first is the sub-game that I played for the light gray team versus maroon. What a whiff. That's one of my teammates there on the back door, subbing for the other team. Getting really lucky in this game so far that all the rebounds are going into the player's skates and not to their stick blade. Those scrambles are always a little scary. It's like, am I going to remember I have a stick, or is it going to sneak in 5-hole? Oh, I hate trying to smother the puck with my fist. And that's the end of the first period. This goal is unfortunate because while the defender does accidentally get a stick on it and deflect the shot, if I have my stick on the ice, covering the 5-hole where it should be, I make the save anyways. And so I can't really say to myself, oh, well, it was deflected. What am I going to do? Because whether it's deflected or not, I should have had this one very easily. It's nice to be able to set up for a breakaway and know for certain that the player is not going to have an option to cut across the crease. I was fairly certain I had squeezed my arm in fast enough to deal with this deflected shot, but the longer it took me being unable to find the puck, the more panicked I got that I had missed it. Thank goodness. More panic. That puck got to the other side much faster than I expected it to. At least it slowed down each time it deflected. Thought I had this one fully covered, but turns out it had trickled down in front of my pad. Thank goodness for loud defensemen. Oh, I hate when my redirections hit people in front of the net. Do-over. And that's the end of the second period. Toaster glove strikes again. Shots go in and pop right back out. Well, got that stick in the 5-hole for once. Stupid pegs. Hey, no rebounds for once. Bit of a wild scramble here. The last shot coming as I'm diving forward, it hit me right in the chest and luckily went straight down to the ice and not under and out the other side. And one final save at the buzzer. And that is the end of the first game this week. As always, the scores will be in the description. In this one, I think I did a really good job of making the saves. I'm not exactly happy with how many rebounds I put out there. I definitely didn't do a good job of preventing follow-up shots. Sometimes I got lucky and the rebounds went into places people couldn't handle them, but there were more follow-up shots in this game than there probably should have been. Otherwise, I think I did really well covering angles and getting depth, getting myself off that line and to the top of the crease when needed. But anyways, moving on swiftly to the second game of the week, which was immediately following this sub-game. And that was my gray team playing against gold. The gold team was very short-handed in this one, and as this is a non-competitive league, we had tons of players, so we lent them a full line of some of our best forwards. So that was fun for me. Missed the poke check here, but the top of my pad was there to bail me out, fortunately. This goal is a well-placed shot by one of my teammates. In the moment, I definitely felt like I should have had it regardless, but watching it back, I'm able to see that I'm not square with the shooter, so I'm giving her that area behind my back. I did make sure to chirp them, though. This is a good save here. So often in the past, I've complained that I often follow these sort of shot passes across the crease. And so I do well to attack towards the puck because otherwise there's someone there on the back door to get a higher chance shot at the net. So it's good to see me blocking that opportunity for once. Here you see me gently evicting my traitor teammate from the blue paint. Rare pass off the butt end of the stick. And another goal I felt like I should have had. I move way too far to my right trying to get sight on this puck, and I basically just open up the entire near side of the net for her to shoot at, and then fail to catch the puck that's coming at me. Should have gotten up, should have moved to the top of the crease, or even just one of those things, but I did neither, and I got scored on. My teammate here gets a second chance at the same situation she had on that first goal, and I've learned from my mistakes. Nope. And that's the end of the first period. Hey, it stayed in there. And here's the fluky goal that I don't feel bad about because, wow, that's some bad luck. Despite all the bodies in front, I could actually see this whole shot coming in, but I could also see that it was going well wide until it suddenly deflected off of the chest of the winger straight into the top corner. Like, wow, that is so unfortunate. But I'm not getting that one. I don't have the reaction speed for that. I can definitely see how shell-shocked I am over that level of bad karma. Felt this one sneaking through, and fortunately it was my own team on the back door there. Somehow managed to butt end myself on this pass deflection. And that's the end of the second period. Definitely not even remotely square on this shot, but at least I contained the rebound. So very graceful. I had fully intended to keep this puck in play and shovel it off to my defender in the corner there, but once it went through my stick, it's like, nah, we're done here. Hey, my stick's on the ice again. And that is the end of the game. This one was not quite as busy as the first one. Overall, I played all right. I definitely would have liked a do-over on the first 2 goals, because there were definitely things I could have done better with those. Otherwise, it just sort of felt like an average game. But we'll just move along to the third and final game of the week. This game for Gray was a couple days later, and we're up against the green team. I swear the rebounds always seem to go straight to the other team. Fortunately, this one was bouncing enough that it rolled up over her stick. Caught a break there for sure. This shot embedded itself so well into my pocket that you even get a little tiny windmill. Always love saves like that to build some confidence early in the game. And then managed to keep myself upright enough to get a piece of this save with my shoulder. Sadly, this one bounced off my palm, so no mini windmills. Good job here getting this initial save and then locating the puck before anyone else could. Still stubbornly keeping my shoulders up ice and not squaring up to the puck, but I do come away with a nice save here. But it was definitely more difficult than it needed to be. Sealing up the short side well here. And that's the end of the first period. And a very quick welcome to the second period with this unorthodox looking arm save. Definitely not the best form in this game, but I am getting the job done. And sometimes that is enough. Of course, as soon as I say that, I find myself squaring up and shuffling well. Well, all right then. I've missed this poke check a few times recently, so it felt really nice to come in here and solidly get this one. Definitely getting opportunities to build a lot of confidence in this one. Thank goodness I had enough sideways motion to keep that puck from rolling over, and then did really well to get across the net for this pad save. Do well to stay on my feet for this high shot. On this goal, well, for starters, I wrote down that I was completely screened. That said, twisting my entire body to face up ice while I'm going down in the I hope it hits me block is not the answer here. It's just giving her an open line to both the near post and the far post. It's a pretty wide angle shot, so it would have been a lot safer to just seal up on the post and hope it hit me through the screen, but unfortunately that's not what I did. And so they finally scored. And free whistle between the eyes. Got my glove under this sinker of a shot. And that's the end of the second period. Oof, that should not have gotten by. And a rare stretch pass for me. Closest to an assist I've come in a long time. I actually stayed standing here because I could see the shooter just staring hardcore at the top corner. And with about 24 seconds left in the game, we get this little mad scramble. I was actually completely screened on the first shot, but fortunately I was able to make that save and then the follow-up as well. And that is the end of the game and also the end of week 12 for the non-competitive league I play in. As always, the scores for these games will be in the description if you would really like to know how they ended. I wrote down in my little book that I felt awesome during and after this game, so that gives a good indication of how I felt over this one. I feel like I made a lot of really good saves in this game. Maybe a few more rebounds than I would have liked, but overall, I was generally covering the angles well, and even when I wasn't, I was still coming away with some nice saves. I definitely wish I'd handled the goal differently, but other than that, I was just really happy with how well I played, and it's always nice to battle hard and keep your team in there. Anyways, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time.